Have you ever found yourself wondering what the difference is between permaculture and organic farming? It's a query that stumps many, as these two terms are often used interchangeably. But are they really the same? Let's unravel this intrigue. Permaculture, a portmanteau of permanent and agriculture, is a holistic approach to sustainable living. It's about creating efficient, self-sufficient systems that harmonize with nature, not just in agriculture, but encompassing energy, waste management, and even social structures. Organic farming, on the other hand, focuses primarily on producing food without synthetic chemicals. It's a method that nurtures soil health, promotes biodiversity, and respects nature's balance. But it doesn't necessarily address the broader environmental and societal contexts. The crux of the misconception lies in their overlapping practices like composting, crop rotation, and natural pest management, but their scope and objectives differ. Though they may seem similar on the surface, permaculture and organic farming are quite distinct in their principles, practices, and outcomes. To begin with, let's delve into the core principles that guide both permaculture and organic farming. Permaculture, a term coined from permanent agriculture, is a philosophy that extends beyond just farming. It seeks to create an ecological balance by integrating plants, animals, landscapes, structures, and humans into sustainable and self-sufficient agricultural systems. One might say it's an all-encompassing approach that places great emphasis on ecological and social aspects. Permaculture believes in three core ethics: care for the earth, care for people, and fair share, which means using resources in a manner that can also benefit future generations. In contrast, organic farming, while also an advocate for environmental health, has a narrower scope. Its principles are more directly related to farming practices. Organic farming prioritizes soil health, aiming to enrich it with organic matter and beneficial microbes. It encourages biodiversity, promoting the growth of a variety of species to maintain ecosystem balance, and perhaps most notably, organic farming is committed to avoiding synthetic inputs. Instead, it relies on natural processes and materials to enhance productivity and manage pests. As we can see, while both approaches value environmental health, their guiding principles vary significantly. Permaculture is a broader philosophy that encompasses all elements of human living spaces, whereas organic farming is a specific approach to agriculture that focuses on soil health, biodiversity, and natural inputs. Principles are nothing without practice, so how do these principles translate into the actual farming practices, and what outcomes do they yield? Permaculture is a philosophy of working with rather than against nature, of protracted and thoughtful observation rather than prolonged and thoughtless labor. It's about designing agricultural systems that mimic natural ecosystems. This practice is known for its tremendous benefits, including increased biodiversity, resilience to climate change, and improved water and soil quality. The result? A self-sustaining system that's rich in diversity and resilient to external shocks. On the other hand, organic farming is a method of crop and livestock production that involves much more than choosing not to use pesticides, fertilizers, genetically modified organisms, antibiotics, and growth hormones. It's about practices like crop rotation, green manure, compost, and biological pest control. These practices help maintain soil health, reduce pollution, and promote a healthier environment overall. The outcome? A productive farm that grows food without damaging the environment or relying on synthetic chemicals. But remember, while both permaculture and organic farming aim for sustainable and eco-friendly practices, their approaches are different. Permaculture focuses on designing a sustainable system that mimics nature, while organic farming focuses on how to grow crops without synthetic inputs. Clearly, the practices and outcomes in permaculture and organic farming reflect their unique principles. Now that we've explored the principles, practices, and outcomes of both permaculture and organic farming, it's time to summarize their key differences. Permaculture, at its core, is a comprehensive design system. It focuses on creating sustainable and resilient ecosystems that not only provide food, but also promote biodiversity. It's about designing systems that mimic nature, from the way water flows to the symbiotic relationships between plants and animals. Organic farming, on the other hand, is a more specific set of agricultural practices. It's centered around producing food without the use of synthetic pesticides or fertilizers, focusing instead on natural methods of pest control and soil enrichment. It's about cultivating the earth in a way that respects and preserves its natural resources. So you see, while both permaculture and organic farming share a common goal of sustainability, they approach it from different angles. Although permaculture and organic farming both contribute to sustainable agriculture, they are distinct approaches with their own unique philosophies and methods.